Hello everyone, this is Joyce here in my greenhouse. I haven't been able to tell a story from my greenhouse for quite a while because it's been so windy. I thought the greenhouse at one point was going to blow away. Thankfully it didn't, so here we are back in the greenhouse, and as lots of you probably know by now, I'm going to be leaving Wyborn and doing a different job. Well, I'm going to train to do a different job. I'm going to learn how to be a gardener because that's the thing I like doing, and I wanted to have a change of job. So, but I still love reading stories, and I think I always will. I like to do theatre as well. I like to act in plays and sing. So I think stories will always be a really big part of my life. And even when I don't put the stories on WeDuck, I will still put them on my YouTube channel. So you just have to search Leigh Joyce, and you'll find lots of different stories there. So I will still keep putting stories on for children to listen to. So today's story, one of my favourites, it's Burglar Bill. I love this story. Very good. It's by Janet and Allan Ahlberg. I've been reading this to children for years and years and years, and it's just funny. It's the story of Burglar Bill. There he is. Burglar Bill lives by himself in a tall house full of stolen property. Every night he has stolen fish and chips and a cup of stolen tea for supper, and then he swings a big stolen sack over his shoulder and goes off to work stealing things. Every morning Burglar Bill, there he is, comes back home from work and has stolen toast and marmalade and a cup of stolen coffee for breakfast, and then he goes upstairs and sleeps all day in a comfortable stolen bed. One night Burglar Bill is working in a little street behind the police station. Oh, that's bold. When he comes to the first house, he climbs in through the bathroom window and shines his torch around. "Oh, that's a nice toothbrush," says Burglar Bill. "I'll have that." And he puts it into his sack. When he comes to the second house, he climbs in through the window and shines his torch around. "Oh, that's a nice tin of beans," says Burglar Bill. "I'll have that." And he puts it into his sack. When he comes to the third house, he climbs in through the bedroom window and shines his torch around. "Oh, that's a nice hat, coat and pair of trousers and socks and shoes," says Burglar Bill. "I'll have them." And he puts them into his sack. Oh, very naughty, isn't he? When he comes to the 16th house, he stops. There, on the front step, is a big brown box with little holes in it. "Oh, that's a nice big brown box with little holes in it," says Burglar Bill. "I'll have that." In the distance, the town hall clock strikes 5. "Oh, time to stop work," says Burglar Bill. He swings the sack over his shoulder, picks up the box and goes home to have breakfast. After breakfast, Burglar Bill plays with his cat by the fire, and suddenly he hears a noise. "Sounds like a police car," says Burglar Bill. It's not a police car. The sound is coming from the big brown box, and it's getting louder and louder. "Sounds like 2 police cars," says Burglar Bill. He creeps up to the box, raises the lid. "Oh, blow me down! It ain't no police car, it's a baby!" Burglar Bill puts the baby on the table. "What are you doing in that box, baby?" he says, but the baby just keeps on crying. "Oh, all alone," says Burglar Bill. He pats the baby's little hand. "Oh, an orphan." But the baby keeps on crying. And then Burglar Bill says, "Ah, I know what you want. Grub." Burglar Bill gives an apple to the baby. that the right thing to give a baby? No. But still the baby cries. He gives him a slice of toast and marmalade to the baby, but the baby cries. He gives a plate of beans and a cup of tea to the baby. The baby eats the beans and throws the cup of tea on the floor and starts to laugh. That's better, says Burglar Bill. I like a few beans myself. You see him there having the beans, look. Got them everywhere. Burglar Bill sits by the fire and wonders what to do. The baby's crying again. He gives the baby a football to play with. The baby throws the football at the cat and keeps crying. He gives the baby a book to look at. The baby bites a hole in the book, which is what babies do when they're little, and keeps crying. He sings a song and plays the piano to the baby. The baby cries even louder. Probably not weird. He falls off the piano stool and bangs his nose on the floor. The baby laughs and says, "Again!" "Again?" says Burglar Bill. He rubs his nose. "I didn't want to do it the first time." Let's see what happens next. So, Burglar Bill bounces the baby on his knee. "So, you can talk," he says. "Say, Burglar Bill." "Burglar Bill," says the baby. "Say, Peter Piper pecked a peck of pickled peppers," says Burglar Bill. "Burglar Bill," says the baby. Suddenly, Burglar Bill feels his knee getting wet and he smells a smell. "Pooh," he says. "I know what you want." "Pooh," says the baby. Burglar Bill changes the baby's nappy. He doesn't have another one, so he uses an old bath towel instead. "Say, for he's a jolly good fella for changing your nappy," says Burglar Bill. Look at the nappy, it's huge. Oh, the baby's thinking, what's going on? Burglar Bill plays with the baby, shows it round the house, feeds it again, changes its nappy again, washes its clothes, hangs them on the line in the kitchen. When night time comes, he takes the baby for a walk in the park. He hasn't got a pram, so can you see what he's putting in? Putting in a wheelbarrow. "Say, run for it if you see anyone," says Burglar Bill. "Run for it," says the baby. At 12 o'clock, Burglar Bill comes home, puts the baby to bed and goes to bed himself. Soon he's snoring softly and dreaming of his childhood days. Suddenly he's woken up. Downstairs there is a noise. It is a noise that Burglar Bill knows only too well. The noise of somebody opening a window and climbing carefully in. "Blow me down," says Burglar Bill. "I'm being burgled." Burglar Bill creeps to the top of the stairs. Down below, a torch is shining and a voice says, "That's a nice umbrella. I'll have that." Burglar Bill creeps down the stairs. The voice says, "Oh, it's a nice tin of beans. I'll have that." Burglar Bill creeps along the hallway and into the kitchen. The voice says, "Oh, that's a nice date and walnut cake with buttercream filling and icing on the top. I'll have that." Burglar Bill puts the light on. Oh, can you see? There, with a black mask over her eyes and her hand in the bread bin, stands a lady. "Who are you?" says Burglar Bill. "Well, I'm Burglar Betty," says Betty. "Who are you?" Oh, Burglar Bill puts on his mask. "Oh, I know you. You're Burglar Bill. I seen your picture in the Police Gazette." And then she says, "Oh, look here. If I'd have known," I'm sorry, breaking in and all that. "If I'd have known it was your place, I would have done it." "Oh, don't mention it," says Burglar Bill. He holds out his hand. "Pleased to meet you." "Likewise, I'm sure," Burglar Betty says. Burglar Bill makes a jug of cocoa and opens a packet of ginger biscuits. The two burglars sit round the kitchen table. You married, Bill? Says Burglar Betty. Nah, says Burglar Bill. The right woman never came along. Oh. He offers the biscuits to Burglar Betty. She takes one and dips it into her cocoa. Only I'm just wondering, she says, seeing all the baby things, on the line. Oh, that? Yeah, I've got a baby, says Burglar Bill. I found it on a doorstep in a box. In a box, says Burglar Betty. Yeah, that's right, says Burglar Bill. A big brown box with little holes in it. A big brown box with little holes in it, says Burglar Betty. Yeah, that's right, says Burglar Bill. Well, blow me down, said Burglar Betty. That baby is mine. The two burglars hurry upstairs to the baby's room. Oh, that's him, says Burglar Betty. She swings the baby in the air. Oh, see, he's got his little birthmark on his leg. Oh, and those are his own little clothes as well, what his grandma knitted in. Oh, back in the kitchen, Burglar Bill makes a fresh jug of cocoa and opens up another packet of biscuits. Meanwhile, Burglar Betty tells him how she lost the baby. You see, I was just left him on the doorstep for a minute while I was burgling the house, and then when I came back he was gone. I thought the police had got him. Well, I just thought it was a useful sort of box, says Burglar Bill. I never knowed there was a baby inside it until I got home. Burglar Betty gets ready to leave. Well, I suppose your husband'll be glad to have you back, says Burglar Bill. No, I won't. He won't, says Burglar Betty. I ain't got no husband. She dabs a little hanky to her eyes. You see, I'm a widow, lady. Burglar Bill walks through the town with Burglar Betty and the baby. You know, Betty, he says, getting burgled like that, well, gave me a fright. Yeah, I know what you mean, says Burglar Betty. Losing my baby like that gave me a fright. Yeah, I can see the error of my ways, says Burglar Bill. I've been a bad man. Oh, me too, says Burglar Betty. I've been a bad woman. I've been a terrible woman. Just then the baby starts to cry. Shh, says Burglar Betty. You'll have the police after us. Burglar Bill looks over his shoulder. Do you know what? From now on, I'm going to lead an honest life, he says. And all them things I've pinched... Oh! Yeah, do you know what? All them things I've pinched as well, says Burglar Betty. All them things, says Burglar Bill, mine and yours, Betty, we are going to take them back. So they took all the things back that they'd taken from houses. Look at all the different things they'd stolen. They'd even stolen things from the police. Oh, dearie me. So they took everything back. So Burglar Bill stopped being a burglar, and after a time he started to work as a bread man in the local bakery. And Burglar Betty stopped being a burglar as well. And when the spring comes, she sold her house and she gave the money to the Police Benevolent Fund. And then she got married to Burglar Bill. Outside the church, Bill stands with the baby in his arms. Say, Bakery Bill! Bakery Bill, says the baby, perfectly. Say, for he's a jolly good fella for marrying your mum, says Bill. Say, for she's a jolly good fella for marrying him, says Betty. In the distance, the town hall clock strikes 4. Bill, Betty and the baby leave the church, walk down the little street behind the police station and go home to have their tea. And look, last picture is a picture of Burglar Bill You'll see in there, he's got some loaves of bread that he's baked all by himself, doing his new job as a bakery man. And of course, as all lovely stories, they all lived happily ever after. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story. Very silly. Quite like a silly story. Have a lovely day, and I will catch up with you another time. Bye.